Good evening. Welcome to the last Friday night webinar for MyS level 6 to 7. My name is Terry. I am from the Florence Via Baracca School, but originally I'm from Seattle in the United States, all the way in the Northwest, right by Canada. If Seattle sounds familiar, it's probably from Grey's Anatomy or grunge music like Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. Would you please introduce yourself? I'm co-teaching this evening, so.
Yes, hello. My name is Oscar. I am also a teacher at the Via Baracca in Florence, and I am from South England. I am from a town called Hastings. Type in the chat if you have heard of Hastings. It is near Brighton on the south coast. Hastings. Not as famous as Seattle, I don't think.
Famous, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Well, we have 3 people with us so far. Monica from Novara, and then we have Caterina and Beatrice. So Caterina just said she's from Livorno. And Beatrice, can you tell us where you are from? So for all of you just joining us, please, as you come on, give us your name and where you're from. And then as we go through the lessons, from Bergamo, welcome. As we go through, if you have any questions or comments, also to respond to the questions on the slides, type those over in the chat box. We really love for this to be as interactive as possible. And not just between me and Oscar, although he is very entertaining.
True. And hello to Arsana. Arsania? Oh, bad pronunciation. Terry, help me. How would you pronounce this name?
Arsiana.
Arsiana from Bologna. Hello.
Arsiana. And Nancy from Bergamo. Okay. Welcome, everyone. So tonight we're talking about making requests. So Oscar, could I request of you to please read this slide?
Yeah. In this focus activity, making requests using modal verbs, being polite.
It's very important to be polite, especially when making requests, I think. Oscar, if I make a request of you and it's not polite, will you do what I ask?
Probably not. It's very important in English to be polite. If you are not polite, you may get what you want, but it might be bad. Let's leave it at that.
Good point. Good point. So it's interesting, though, in the Italian language, they have this formal lei, and they speak to the person in third person. And that's how they show this level of respect, formality, social distance. And we don't have that in English. So it's really important to learn the specific words that we use in order to be more polite, to be considered more polite. Wouldn't you agree, Oscar?
Absolutely. Yeah. To be polite. Sorry, excuse me, can I? You're welcome. Thank you. Very important in English.
Yes. Okay. So I have a little sore throat. So if you wouldn't mind, could you read for me?
Yeah. You're at a friend's house and you want a glass of water. How can you request it? Okay, guys, time for some interaction. So please, you're at a friend's house and you want a glass of water. How can you request it? Type in the chat.
Can I say, Oscar, get me a glass of water?
No.
No. Give me a glass of water?
Not quite. It's not quite polite.
I want a glass of water.
No, still not polite.
Could I have a glass of water?
Much better. Could I have? Lovely modal verb. Very polite. Yeah. Yeah.
There are many other ways to ask the same, to make the same request in a polite way. So tell us what your favorite is. We're going to continue to read, but we're waiting to see your responses so that we can share them and talk about them. All right, so you'd like to open the window would you like a glass of water? Monica, that structure is absolutely perfect as a request. Excuse me, as an offer. So the difference between offer and request. An offer is somebody that is offering to give. The request is that a person would like to receive. So the request, could I have? The offer, would you like? But excellent structure, Monica.
Yep, I'm giving Monica a point for the excellent structure.
All right. So you'd like to open the window in a cafe, and you want to make sure it won't bother the person sitting nearby. How can you ask if it's okay?
Terry. Hey, Terry.
Oscar.
Terry, what does bother mean? What does bother mean? What does
Oh,
bother mean?
Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Wow. May I have the pleasure of a libation? Yeah, that's somebody who's got a really firm handle on the English language right there. So bother. What does bother mean? Bother is to do something that maybe causes discomfort or displeasure to someone else.
It's like to annoy, isn't it?
I think it's less than annoy. So, for example, if I'm at a cafe, like this scenario, if I'm at a cafe and someone opens the window without asking me, and I'm a little cold, it would bother me that they didn't ask. I don't think it would annoy me.
I think you're right, actually. It's like a little distinction, yeah.
It's
annoy is a bit stronger.
I think you're right. That's what I would say too. So, Monica, can you give a glass of water, please? Can you give? We're missing one thing there, Monica. We need the object of the verb give. Can you give who a glass of water?
Could you give Terry a glass of water?
Yes, I'm thirsty. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, great. Excellent.
Could you give? Exactly, Monica. Can you give me?
Yeah.
Now, can you give me a glass of water, please? That's very good. Now, if you want to make it just a little bit more polite, as Oscar has just written, could you give me a glass of water, please?
Yeah. Lovely modal verb, could.
Isn't it? I love it. All right, so back to the window. Oscar, imagine that you want to open the window in the cafe and you want to make sure that it won't bother the person sitting nearby. How can you ask if it's okay?
Excuse me, is it okay if I open this window?
Ooh.
Or, excuse me, could I open this window?
Good. My personal favorite is something that is definitely a way that we say it in English that sometimes is a little difficult for Italian speakers, and that's Do you mind if I open this window?
Good, yeah,
Do
I like
you do you mind is another way to ask, would it bother you?
If I open this window, yeah, lovely.
Yeah. All right. So how about the last one? Would you share that one with us?
Sure. You want to ask a salesperson, a shop assistant, for a shoe in your size. How do you ask?
How do you ask? I would begin with, excuse me. Do you have this shoe in a size 37?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I open the window? Or what do you think if I open the window? Monica, both really good. That second one, change of to if, and it's perfect. What do you think if I open the window? Excellent. And sorry, good.
I think that deserves another point. Monica, you're on 2 points. Well done.
We're giving points. What do I get points? Can I have points?
If you do well, Terry, I'll give you a point, I promise.
All right. Now I have a motive to work.
There you go.
All right. So let's go on, shall we? Here are some other options for ways to make these requests. Could I have a glass of water, please? As Monica had said earlier. Do you mind if I open the window? And could you check? Could you check if you have this in a size 8 for me? Now, check, isn't that what you write when you want money from the bank? A check?
The noun, a check from the bank. Yeah. But the verb, to check, it's like to find out the correct answer.
I know the verb in Italian. Aha.
Nancy, could I open the window? Very good, very good.
Very
And remember, we can say, excuse me, could I open the window, please? Or sorry, could I open the window? Very good. Right, Nancy, you're up a point. You've got competition, Monica.
All right. So check in Italian is controllare. So controllare. You can use check in the same way. All right. So making requests. What do we use to make requests? Anybody?
We've been using some of them. Could, can. Yeah. What are these words in English, guys? Could and can.
And may.
May. Yeah, we have may. Lovely. May I open the window? May I have a glass of water? Lovely.
All right. So these are all modal verbs, and modal verbs are used when making requests, and especially using could or may is much more polite than using can. Although can is polite, but could is a little bit more, I don't know, formal, Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay, and it just really conveys a sense of politeness. So what are some ways we can make requests? Any ideas? Beatrice, could, should, can, good. For asking permission, excellent, Monica. So allow. If we want to ask permission, we often use may I open the window? Or am I allowed to open the window? We often use these if we really want to ask permission, not just to ask if it's okay. Okay, so could I? Can you, would you please, would you mind if I, is it okay if? These are all great beginnings. So what we want you to do now is everybody send us a request. Use any of these that you want, but over there in that chat, send us a request.
Absolutely. There are more points to be had, so please write a sentence using a modal verb.
All right. And Oscar, can you think of any requests that you have?
Yes. Would you please read my essay?
I would happily read your essay.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Oscar, would you please work my Saturday shift for me?
I would, but I can't do Saturday. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Is it okay if you read the next slide?
Absolutely. I can read the next slide. The
All
next
right.
slide, no problem.
It's Friday evening, everyone.
Yeah.
We're right there with you, but we're just a little tired.
But we are going to need at least one or two requests from you. You can use any noun, any sentence, anything, but use some modal verbs to make requests. And I will give 2 points to the first one we get. How exciting.
Ooh,
Sorry, could I take this? Nancy, 2 points. You are now ahead of Monica. You are in the lead.
All right. Sorry, could I take this chair? All right. Or sorry, excuse me, could I sit here? Excellent. Really great. Okay, we need another one. Work with us here. We're here with you. Come on, interaction. All right. Let's see. I still go back to the request of the DOS from Milan. May I have the pleasure of a libation? That's a beautiful thought, especially right now. And may I have the pleasure of a glass of wine while I teach, Oscar?
You absolutely can have a glass of wine, but unfortunately, I don't have any.
Can you give me any apples, please? Oh, Nancy, this is your structure is great. There's just one thing, and it's a difficult thing for every English language learner and some native speakers. So we spend a lot of time teaching that all of the questions have any, and then negative responses, any, positive responses, some. The problem is if the question is a request or an offer, we don't use any, we use some. So general questions. Oscar, is there any coffee? Are there any apples? Do you have any apples? General questions. But if my question is a request, can you give me some apples? Can I have some apples, please? Would you like some apples? If the question is a request or an offer, we use some. So,
Monica, can I take this train for Milan?
Prepositions are a problem. I study Italian, so all of you who study English and you say, I hate prepositions. I study Italian and you have no idea how often I say, I hate prepositions.
Yeah, Absolutely. Monica, well done. You are on 3 points. You are tied with Nancy. You are doing very well.
Can I take this train to Milan? Excellent. All right. So,
okay.
Great interaction, great requests. Ooh, near to you. Near to you. Oscar, can you help Nancy with this preposition conundrum?
Yes. For this one, we don't need a preposition. And the verb, the seat is the noun. The verb, what's the verb, Nancy? I am on a seat.
Okay. So would you mind if I sit down here? Beatrice said, sit down here. Good. Do you mind if I sit? Sit. Not sitting, sit. Would you mind if I sit near you? Would you like to go to the cinema with me? Yes, I would, but the cinemas are closed.
True, but that's a great sentence. So that's the point there.
It is a great sentence. It's a fabulous sentence.
Points there, lovely.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So now we're going to practice changing statements, affirmations that are a bit direct to polite language. So, Oscar, would you read these sentences for us?
Sure. Number 1. Bartender, I want a mojito. Number 2. Waitress, bring me a menu. Number 3. Mum, I want a glass of water. Number 4. I need to make a copy of this document. Number 5. Repeat what you said. So these not polite.
No, and all of these seem very much like the imperative form, almost like a command. I want, bring me, repeat. So tell us how you would change these using polite language. We are really looking for your responses and your interaction this evening.
Yep, you guys, please use modal verbs. May I, can I, could I, would you, etc. Me and Terry are going to talk about mojitos.
Yes. So is the mojito your favorite drink, Oscar?
The mojito is one of my favorite drinks. I went to a cafe in Bolivia and you could choose weak, medium, or strong. And if you chose strong, man, it was strong. So, wow. And they were like, you know, a few euros. It was so cheap. So I like mojitos now.
I prefer Moscow mules. I really like ginger beer, so I love a good Moscow mule.
Fantastic responses, guys. Well done. So, Arsiana, could I have a mojito? Yes, it's good. Remember, if we want to be extra polite, which we do, excuse me, sorry, could I have a mojito, please? Good. Remember, use those words. But definitely a point there. Good stuff.
All right. Excuse me, could I have a mojito, please? Excellent.
Absolutely perfect. Good.
Oh, Valentina, would you mind if I read your newspaper? Not even on our list, but excellent structure. That is
Could you give me a mojito? Yeah, again, good use. Could. Monica, excuse me, could you give me a mojito? Very good.
All right. Nancy, may I have a menu, please? Waitress, may I have a menu, please? That is incredibly polite and perfect structure. You guys are on fire with this tonight. All right, so just another minute or so, a little bit more practice.
Yeah, you're doing really well, guys. Really good. Keep writing sentences. Keep practicing your modals. Really important to use these in English to be polite. Very good.
All right, really well done. So let's look at some already made sentences. Can you repeat, please? Excellent, Monica. May I have a menu, please? Good. So, Oscar, I'll give you the demanding form if you want to give us the polite form. With your British accent, it just sounds even more proper. With my American accent, it probably, unfortunately, sounds more normal to hear the command form.
Not true.
Bartender, I want a mojito.
Could I please have a mojito?
Absolutely. All right. Waitress, bring me a menu.
Excuse me, would you bring me a menu?
Excellent, yes. Mum, I want a glass of water.
Mum, could I have a glass of water, please?
I want a golden goose now, Daddy. Bonus points to anyone who can tell us the film.
Yeah,
What
we're doing film trivia night as well tonight, Friday night, so let us know.
What film is that from? I want a golden goose now, Daddy. All right. I need to make a copy of this document.
Sorry, could I make a copy of this document?
I would respond much better to you than I would to me in this exercise.
Good to be polite.
And repeat what you said.
Sorry, would you mind repeating what you said?
Okay. So a lot of different ways to be really polite, not only some extra words, but changing that direct speech into using modals and also changing the intonation a little bit. I want a mojito. Could I please have a mojito? So we don't have that formal lay, but we do have words that express a desire to be polite as well as changing the intonation.
Very good. Beatricia, okay, please, could I have a mojito? Sorry, but I finished lime. If can offer you a martini. Oh, it's a really good sentence. It needs a few corrections though.
I like the idea. So
Yeah.
where do we start?
Please, could I have a mojito?
Okay. I'll write if you want to tell me.
Please, could I have a mojito? Sorry, but we have finished the limes. What do you think, Terry?
But have finished. This is a typical Italian. This is a typical Italian structure, Italian idea, directly translated into English words. So we don't say, I finished the lime, because that would mean that I personally finished the lime, which I probably didn't. We might say there is no more lime, or I am out of, phrasal verb, out of lime. I would say, but I don't have any lime.
I don't have any limes. Yeah.
Okay.
If can offer you a martini. If can offer you a martini.
I would not use if.
Yeah.
I would not use if. I would simply say, I can offer you a martini. Excellent ideas and excellent structure. Just a little bit of change, just changing a little bit on the words. All
Very
right.
good. Nancy,
Really
Mum,
good.
can I have a glass of water, please? Very good. American spelling there, Mom. Very good.
Americans,
Must remember my
American
points.
English, mum. British English, mum. Right?
Monica. Yep. Mammy, please can you give me a glass of water? We don't really say mammy. Little children, young children say mummy, but we don't say mummy, we say mum. So mum, please can you give me
or mother.
Do you say mother?
With mine, I do sometimes, yes.
Ah, okay, funny. I think it's quite formal for me, but yeah.
Well,
I think if I'm talking to, but never mind. Okay, lovely. Monica, another point here. Sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat, please? Perfect. Another point. Done.
very good.
Could I have Amita, please? Valentina, lovely.
Okay.
Would you like a glass of water? Very nice, Nancy. Done. Good stuff.
All right, so let's continue with using modal verbs. Okay, so what I want you to do, and we're going to, think about this like a race. The race is on. It's una gara. The race is on, okay? Using modal verbs, how could you answer each of these requests? Oscar, can you read these for us?
Absolutely. Could I come in? Is it okay if I keep my shoes on? Would you mind if I used your bathroom? Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? Could I have some ice for my drink? Would you hand me a coaster for my glass?
Wait. This is a coaster. This is a coaster, and we put a glass on it so that we don't have water spots on our tables. I'm like Monica Geller from Friends, I swear to you. So, I just have one question, Oscar. And maybe this is a difference between British English and American English, which is why I ask. Question 3. Would you mind if I used your bathroom? To me, if I use past tense used, that is that I did something and now I am asking if it is okay with you that I did it.
Interesting. Interesting, yeah. And in British, we would say, would you mind? We could say use or used.
In American English, we would say, would you mind if I use present tense?
Which makes sense, yeah.
So British English can be either one?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. See, even I learn something here every day.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not seeing any comments yet.
If we say, Monica, can you answer number 1? Nanchi, can you answer number 2?
Valentina, could I please have a copy of? Yes, Valentina, that is perfectly correct. Well done. Excellent.
Very good.
Okay, so wait, so you said.
So sorry, Nanchi's coming then. Sure, you can come on. If I'm outside the house, am I coming on top of the house, on the roof?
I hope not.
Unless I'm Father Christmas, maybe.
Santa Claus, yay!
Yeah, exactly, coming on. Yeah. Different preposition, Nanchi. Not on, but for example, knock knock.
Come. Monica, yes, come with me. Now, come with me means you are going somewhere and you want me to accompany you there. Could I come in? is to the school, in the house, in the bank. Sure, come in. Oh, you did that, Oscar. I was like, perfect response, yay. Okay.
I want points too, Terry.
Okay, Oscar, 2 points for Oscar, everyone. All right, so Katerina, yes, sure, good, simple answer, direct, nice. Nancy, can you put your shoes here instead, please? Oh, that's beautiful.
That's very good. That's definitely some points there. Well done, Nancy.
That's absolutely beautiful. Can you put your shoes here instead, please? Wow. Okay. So let's see. Someone take question 3. So let's see. Valentina, would you take question 3? Nancy, question 4. Monica, question 5, and Beatrice, number 6. I don't see any other names. Oh, Katerina. Ooh, Katerina, you can choose. How's that? So give us some different answers, some different responses to these requests.
Good. And Arsiana, you can choose as well if you're still here.
Ah, very good. I scrolled through the names, so.
Nancy again, very good. Very, very good. Like that.
Yes, you can. Please. Go ahead.
She is racing ahead on points. She's doing very well.
Really great.
Please go ahead.
Yes, you can. Please. Go ahead.
Yes,
Monica?
of course.
Yes, of course. Excellent. Love this. Okay. So, Oscar, while we're looking at these different responses, how can we make these requests more polite?
We can say, excuse me, sorry.
So, would you say, sorry, could I come in?
No. I'd say, excuse me. Or please, could I come in?
No, how dare you ask? Wow, that's not polite at all. Oh
Not
my God.
polite.
I think this person needs a libation. All right. So,
certainly, very good response. Like that, Katerina. That's 1 more point for you. Beatrice, yes. Number 6. Okay, Beatrice.
So, take versus bring. Take versus bring. So I have a glass of water here. I take it away. You are over there, and I want to bring it to you. Take away, bring to. Does that make sense? Okay. So, yes, excellent. Okay.
Yes, no problem. Very good. Like that.
Very nice.
No problem. Yeah.
So, Oscar, could I come in?
Of course. Make yourself at home. This is your house.
Why, thank you. Is it okay if I keep my shoes on?
If you don't mind, it would be better if you took them off.
Would you mind if I used your bathroom?
Of course not. It's right this way. It's this way.
This way. Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water?
Sure, the glasses are in the cupboard.
Sorry. Could I have some ice for my drink?
Yes, it's in the freezer. Help yourself.
Would you hand me a coaster for my glass?
Of course, here you are.
Okay. So make yourself at home. Help yourself. These are phrases that we use to tell our friends, my house is your house. Do as you would at home. You don't have to ask my permission for everything. It really
Good.
makes you feel good when your friends give you that much welcome, doesn't it?
Yeah, very good. And pronunciation of that is cupboard. Cupboard.
Cupboard.
Cupboard.
Ah,
Um,
in the cupboard.
in the cupboards. Katerina, in this moment, it is occupied. Occupied. Can you wait a few minutes? Oh, nearly. This is nearly right. Very close. Very good though.
That occupated, occupato. I can hear the Italian thinking in the English words there, but really great English structure. Okay, so now we need your help filling in the gaps of this dialogue. So first, Oscar and I will read the dialogue, and as we go along, go ahead and begin telling us what words are missing. So, Oscar, I'll take A if you want to take B.
Sure. All right, I can do them all if you want.
It's a dialogue.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I did a dialogue the other day because I was alone with a man and a woman speaking, and I tried to change. It was
Okay. Okay.
okay. So, excuse me, you help me.
Sure. What blank I do for you?
Well, I'm looking for a street called Enzo Drive. The problem is, it's not on the tourist map. You happen to have a smartphone with GPS?
Sure. I can look it up for you. Oh dear, my battery's running low. But I have GPS in my car. Wait a few. I'm parked right here.
That would be great. You mind if I sat down while I waited? So I
Okay,
see a
guys.
lot of can. I see can, could, can. Could or can? Which is better? Good question, Katerina. Both are okay, but could is just a little bit more polite. So I see a lot of cans for the first one. Can or could is absolutely fine.
Very good. What about B? Sure. What? What do you think? Number 2. Oh, can. What can I do for you? Perfect, guys. Well done.
What can I do
Katerina,
for you? What
Mona.
could? Good. Now, what
Yeah.
could I do for you? Is what could I do for you okay?
I think we just use can.
We do. We don't say, what could I do for you? We say, what can I do for you? So we use could when we make the request and often can when we make the offer. What can I do for you? All right, so, the problem is it's not on this tourist map. Blank, you happen to have a smartphone.
What can we put here, guys? What modal verb?
So, Valentina, could you happen to have a smartphone? Remember that could implies ability or possibility. All right. So this is not asking an ability, but it's asking, do you have, but in a much more polite structure. I don't think we've used this modal yet, have we?
To make requests, a little bit. It could be a few things. It could be different ones.
Tonight, I don't remember hearing a question with would you.
Would you mind if I?
Bonus points for Oscar.
Yay, right. Oscar gets points. I'm writing it down.
All right, exactly. Katerina, would. Now, Valentina, you said, excuse me, would you mind if I use? Would you mind if I use your smartphone? Would be perfectly okay. But given the structure of the rest of this sentence, you happen to have, we need would you happen to have a smartphone? So what about the next one? Oscar, could you help us with the next one?
Sure, I can look it up for you. Oh dear, my battery's running low, but I have GPS in my car. You wait a few minutes. I'm parked right here.
Okay, so again, we're using this to ask about the ability to wait a few minutes. Is this person in a huge hurry, or is there the possibility to wait a few minutes? What is the polite way? Exactly, Nancy. Very good. Can or could. Okay, good, Katerina. All right, and the last one. That would be great. Katerina's ahead of us. Would you mind?
Points there. Very good.
Good. All right. Really excellent. So now we've only got about 3 minutes left with you this Friday night, and just want to maybe do a little bit of review. So in the next 2 minutes, don't. Don't. Now, do you mind? I don't mind. Do you mind? Okay. I see what you're thinking there, Nancy. Almost. But in the affirmative, do you mind? And the response, I don't mind. Okay, so give us one more phrase, everyone, one more polite request. Okay? Anything you want for any reason. And Oscar.
Okay. Terry, would you mind if I invite my friends tonight?
To my house?
Yes, to your house.
I'm very sorry, Oscar. Actually, I would mind this evening because I'm not feeling very well. And besides, I do not want you to get tickets when you are, for no reason at all, walking in the streets of Florence.
Good, thank you. That's
all right.
Nice
we are still waiting for your would is hypothetical. Really good point, Katerina. So would is used really in two different ways. We use it to make polite requests. For example, if I say, Oscar, I would like a pizza. That's not hypothetical. It's I would like instead of I want. It's a way to be more polite. And then, of course, as you said, hypothetical, would is used in all of the conditional structures in a hypothetical format also. So, continue, Oscar.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Right, well, just before I finish, I'd like to read the points, Terry. Can I read the points?
Would you please read the points, Oscar?
Yes, I can. Okay, Nancy, you are the winner. You have 11 points. Fantastic. Well done. Next is Monica with 7. Very well done. Beatrice, Asiana, and Valentina, you have 2. And Katerina, you are in 3rd place with 3. Well done, guys. Would you like a pizza, teachers? Oh man, I would love a pizza.
Yes,
I
we
would
would
love
like
a
some
pizza.
pizzas. Okay.
May I have some of your
Some of your garden's flowers. Now, flowers being plural, they are so beautiful. Excellent, Beatrice. You corrected yourself before I did. All right, everyone, thank you so much for sharing Friday evening with us. Thank you even more for your interaction. It really makes it much better for us as teachers, and we really, really like and appreciate your interaction. So for my part, thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe. And Oscar, would you go ahead and I'll let you finish up?
Yeah, and remember, guys, to use your excuse me, sorry, please, you're welcome, and you'll be absolutely fine. Well done, guys. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.